I really want to talk about Justin Herbert. I think I've watched every snap of his since he's been in the NFL, and obviously I studied him coming out of college, and there were some questions about him coming out, which of course now seems silly, but I think that what really stands out to me about Justin Herbert, and you know how coaches are, Ross. You played for a number of years, so you know how the game is coached. The game is coached to execute within the structure of what the design is. Obviously, we see a lot of plays in games that are outside of structure, and certainly with quarterbacks like a Mahomes, who's maybe the best in the league at it. And certainly Herbert is capable of that as well. We see it with Josh Allen. We've seen it for years with Russell Wilson, Lamar Jackson. But ultimately, the game is coached to play within structure and execute the design with the idea that the game plan and the concepts are going to attack and defeat the anticipated coverages based on tendency and probability. That's essentially what it is. And the more I watch Herbert, the more I am struck and fascinated by how he executes the basics at such a high level. We all look for the big plays, Ross. We love that. And those are the highlights you see 1,000 times. But when it's, snag flat with a sit route right over in front of Herbert, which is a basic concept in everybody's playbook, he just executes it and gains the 9 yards. And then you just move on. He just executes the basic plays at an incredibly high level.
You're saying that, Greg, like a lot of guys don't.
Well,
Like
that's true. They do not, because I sit here and watch the tape.
So is that rare? Is that rare for a guy just to execute the offense at a high level? Because
I wouldn't say it's rare. That's too strong a word. But I would say that it's not done with the efficiency that coaches ultimately want it to be done. I think the great quarterbacks, and Herbert certainly, you know me well enough, Ross. I don't use the word great loosely. Guys to me are not just great after a week or a year, but I think the high level quarterbacks do that on a really consistent basis. It's why, think about this. Obviously, Mahomes is great. Obviously, Allen makes special plays. But when you think back over the years with, the quarterback like a Troy Aikman, when it's 3rd and 8 and he completes a 9-yard pass to Jay Novacek, you're not going to see that as a highlight. But those plays really matter in games, as you know. I mean, you can't count every week on quarterbacks who are improvisational players running around and making unbelievable plays. We get used to it and we think that that's just part of the game. But as you know, that's not the way the game is coached.
What I think I hear you saying, Greg, and correct me if I'm wrong, is Justin Herbert makes a lot of highlight reel plays, like the throw where he was doing the split, like the crazy throw down the field. But what makes him unique is he also does all the normal, regular within the context of the offense. He's not – some of the guys are more highlight reel guys, but don't do the typical as
Correct.
well as they should or at high of a level. Herbert's kind of both.
Yes, I think Herbert is both. And to me, that really makes him I guess I can say great. I mean, he's in his 3rd year, and I doubt he's going to be regressing.
He's a top 5 quarterback, Greg.
I don't think he's going to be regressing at any time soon, But that, to me, is what really stands out on tape about Justin Herbert.